Okay, we're going to talk about display setup a little bit. This is a pretty lightweight topic, and I'll call out the buttons to push for you. At this time, there's no button to push, but I want you to take a look at your screen. Up at the very top of the screen, see the letter T? I put a check mark there on the PowerPoint. That's your trigger position. That's the letter T, and there's a little arrow there. So to adjust trigger position, press on the oscilloscope, press position delay. Soft menu button number 1 defaults to 50%. Use the left-right arrows and adjust position to, say, 10%. On the left side of that arrow, I'm going to circle it here. This is pre-trigger. This is the beauty of digital oscilloscopes. We actually can go back and display what was recorded before the trigger occurred. So I could have, you know, a long period, maybe even 10 minutes here, and once I get a trigger, it would just finish recording post-trigger. So I hope everyone understands the concept of pre-trigger and post-trigger. In this case, I had a rising voltage value. Over here on the left side of the screen is the letter T. That's the trigger level. I'll just draw a line through it. And down here at the bottom is the trigger channel. It says channel 1, rising slope. Okay, so that tells you which channel. Once we hit this value, the trigger level, it's going to trigger right there, and that's the basics of the trigger and the display setup there. Okay, I demonstrated this earlier. Everyone, please just press the escape button several times, and it'll cycle through 3 different kinds of display. So one is basically this mode here, which I'm drawing an arrow pointed at. It's kind of a digital multimeter mode. This is useful only for slow waveforms. Okay. On your oscilloscope too, earlier we did measurements. We did frequency or peak to peak or duty cycle, and those often will be interfered with by a waveform. So here is the button sequence I would like for you to press. The hard button, display, which is under the big blue knob, press display. And then press the second button here, soft menu button number 2, extra window. Use the big knob and adjust that for 8 or 10, or just 2 or auto. You can adjust it, and you see the effect there. That just gives you extra room to display your measurements very cleanly. Please adjust soft menu button number 1 as well and get comfortable with that. When you're done, just leave that at number 1. Just adjust it to 2 or 3 and see the effect of format. I set mine back to number 1. You see this, all that does is it adjusts my screen. In this case, I've got 4 areas there, right? We can turn on the trace label too. Press display, press the display button, and then press soft menu button number 7, next one of 2. Now press soft menu button number 1, trace label on. Okay, so all this does is it just puts the name of your channel out there in the center where you can see it. So hopefully everyone's comfortable with that now. That's trace label. In this same menu item, you can adjust your some other aspects of the display. Okay, here's zoom controls. Let's zoom the waveform now. Press stop on your oscilloscope. And then down here where I'm drawing a green arrow on the PowerPoint, press your zoom button. And then right here it'll say, I'll circle, it says display on. Confirm this, you should be on already. Then I just want you to play with this button here, the mag knob. I'm drawing an arrow at it. And then after you adjust that knob, please adjust this knob, the position knob. So interact with those 2 knobs. Those are dedicated knobs, mag and position. And this gives you a lot of control of your zoom function. If you have mastered zoom now, you may choose to zoom on a rising edge of your 1 kilohertz square wave. You can put a cursor inside of the zoom. Please look at the PowerPoint display now, and I'll show you your time per division here. I'm drawing an arrow. Time per division in the zoom window. Please confirm that you can see that in the zoom window. This portion down at the bottom here is called the zoom window. You can have two zoom windows also. So if you press the zoom button, which I'm circling here, press that one more time. Press soft menu button number 1 and turn zoom to on with soft menu button number 2. You now have two zoom windows. Okay, take the time per division knob here at my fingertip, turn it to about 1 second per division, and press start. So I have 1 second per division here. Oh, also, let's increase the sample rate. Please press acquire button, the button here at my fingertip, acquire. Adjust the record length here, just increase it. Okay, so time per division should be 1 second per division. And it should say, my record length should say 1 million. Okay, when you have those two set up properly, hit start. You can see my waveform is acquiring slowly, 1 second per division. Hopefully everyone has a very long acquisition like this by now. So once you have a 10-second acquisition, it'll look like a solid bar here. Just press stop so that the acquisition stops. Okay. Your screen should be similar to mine at this time. Okay, press the zoom button again down here at the lower right. Press soft menu button number 1 until you have zoom to, and then turn zoom to off. Okay, I'm going to press soft menu button number 1 and go back to zoom 1. Okay, soft menu button number 7, it says next one of 2, press that. We're going to show you a couple of different features here. One is main ratio, soft menu button number 1. You can press that and select 0%. This can be confusing. At the top center of the screen it says zoom 1, and we know at this time we're seeing only zoom 1 button. Okay, press soft menu button number 1 again and select 20%. So soft menu button number 1 should say 20%. Press the soft menu button number 3 to auto scroll. This brings up a new soft menu. This looks like a tape recorder. Soft menu button number 4 looks like a play arrow. Press it, and you see your waveform play back very slowly. Mine's moving across the screen here. You can adjust the speed, slower or faster, with soft menu button number 2. I have my speed at 6. It goes up to 10, very fast. I've played to the very end, so I can play it backwards now. So you may want to get comfortable with this. It's just a way to sit and preview with very little effort to preview your recording.